So today we are going to start with the second chapter, that is types of softwares. As human beings, we all know how to perform our day-to-day activities and how to react in certain situations. For example, when we feel hungry, we eat. When we get tired of walking, we sit down. And we touch something extremely hot, we immediately remove our hand. Have you ever thought, how do we know what to do in these situations? It is the brain that gives us the instructions to act and react in this manner. Similarly, a computer gets all the instructions from the software to perform its various tasks. The software is the soul of a computer, without which it cannot work. As you all know, that computer is a machine that does not possess its own intelligence. It works on the instructions that are given to it by the user. This set of instructions that the computer works on are called programs. The software is a collection of programs that are stored and run on computer hardware and helps the user to work on the computer. The software is that part of a computer that cannot be touched or seen. Let us see the different types of software. Now, the types of software that we have are generally divided into two parts. We have system software and we have application software. In system software, again, there are three mainly types of system software. The first one is operating system, the second one is language processor, and the third one is utility software. Likewise, in application software, it is divided into two parts. We have general purpose application software as well as specific purpose application software. Coming to the system software. System software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and internal working of a computer system. You can say system software works at the back end of the computer. It reads data from input devices and transfers the process information to the output devices. Moving on to the types of system software. The first type of system software that we are going to learn is operating system. As the name suggests, operating system, it operates the computer. An operating system is needed to operate a computer. It controls the overall activities of a computer. It acts as a link between the user and the hardware and enables them to work together. When the computer is switched on, the operating system is the first program that gets loaded in its memory. Students, let us understand an operating system with an example. An operating system works like the principal of your school. The principal has its various responsibilities to manage the school, like supervising the students, teachers and workers, maintaining discipline, setting the exam schedule, timetable, curriculum, and attending to parents and visitors, etc. In the same manner, an operating system performs various functions to manage the working of a computer. Imagine what will happen if there is no principal in a school. Everything will be mismanaged. Similarly, if the operating system of a computer is not working properly, you cannot work on it. Here we have few examples of operating system. We have MS-DOS, that is Microsoft Disk Operating System. We have Windows XP, we have Windows 7, we have Windows 8. The latest version is Windows 10. We have Unix, we have Linux. Moving on to the functions of operating system. Now, what does an operating system mainly do? The first one is device management. Device management, the input and output devices. An operating system controls all the input devices as well as all the output devices of the computer. You are aware of different input devices like mouse, keyboard. The output devices can come under printer. We have monitor. The second role of operating system is memory management. An operating system assigns memory to various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when it is not in use. The third role of an operating system is runs software. An operating system runs the application software like Paint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, your different kind of games, etc. The fourth role of operating system is processor management. An operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to it. The next function of operating system is file management. An operating system keeps track of information regarding creation of a file, deletion of a file, if you are transferring the file, if you are copying a file, if you are storing a file, and all this is done in an organized way. The last function of an operating system is security. It provides security by the means of password to prevent misuse of a computer. Now there are different types of operating system. The first type of operating system that comes up is single user operating system. Single user operating system allows only one user to use computer system at any given time. This is the most common type of operating system that is used in homes and offices. The second type of operating system that we have is multi-user operating system. What happens in multi-user operating system is it allows multiple users on different computers to access a system at the same time. These computers are mainly connected in a network, and the multi-user operating system can handle various needs and requests of all the users simultaneously. Linux and Unix are examples of multi-user operating system. In this type of system, resources of the main computer are shared among the users. For example, in a computer lab, a single printer is attached with all the computer devices. So, many users can use that single hardware at the same time. The next kind of operating system is multitasking. Multitasking operating system allows a user to run more than one application program at the same time. In multitasking, the operating system keeps a track of program you are in and allows you to switch from one program to another without losing information. For example, you can enjoy listening to your music while writing a letter to your friend. You may also send the print request to the printer while doing all of the above tasks. Windows is an example of multitasking operating system. The next type of system software that comes is utility software. Utility software performs specific tasks usually related to managing a computer, its devices, or its program. These programs assist in smooth functioning of a computer system and help it to perform better. Some utilities help you to avoid virus attack, take backup of your data, recover your data that has been accidentally erased, etc. Antivirus, backup, disk repair, file management, compression, and network programs are some of the examples of utility programs. You can also buy various utility programs from the licensed computer stores. The first type of utility program that comes up is network utility. Network utility checks the network connectivity and configuration of network devices. It also examines the network speed and performance, monitors network traffic from the console, and tracks the bandwidth usage. The second type of utility program that we come across is the file manager. What is the job of a file manager? It helps to perform various operations on files such as viewing the file, editing the file, copying the file, or deleting a file. It also helps in managing files and folders and organizing them in a computer storage device. The next type of utility program that comes up is disk management. Disk management enables a user to view and manage the disk drives installed in a computer. It can be used to partition drives, format drives, assign drive letters, much more. Your drives means students you might come across C drive, D drive, E drive in your computer. That are the drives that this disk management utility software helps to manage. The next type of utility software that we have is scanning. The act of examining the computer system, drives, or files for possible virus or malware attack is known as scanning. You might come across scanning students mainly when we deal with antivirus softwares. When we install an antivirus into our computer, we generally scan our computer again and again, or we can also keep it on auto scan once a week or thrice a day, or depends on the user. It avoids our computer to get attacked by viruses. Examples of antivirus software are Quick Heal, Avast, AVG, Norton, etc. You can scan the drives as well as you can scan the pen drive as well as the entire computer system using antivirus software. The next type of utility program that we come across is backup. This is a process of storing a copy of your data in another storage device so that it can be recovered and restored in case of damage or loss of the original data file. Occasionally, a hard disk may fail, resulting in loss of all files stored in it. Hence, an intelligent user keeps a backup of his files on various secondary storage devices. Now, we have studied about different kind of storage devices, secondary storage devices such as CD, pen drives, so that even if the original data gets lost, we can get it in the form of a backup. Data loss is very common and has caused serious problems for many organizations and individuals. Just imagine one day you wake up and all your photographs or all your important data which you have in your computer is lost. Hence, it is essential to have a regular data backup from time to time.